Hello everyone and welcome back to World of Tanks. I am your wonderful host, Fontamin, and today we're selling out. This is the Chrysler K Grand Finals Edition Heavy Tank, the newest overpowered atrocity, apparently, from Wargaming, onto the Tier 8 Premium Tank circuit. This tank has been caught up in a lot of controversy, but however, I've decided, just in general, to make this tank a bit of an example to myself. A bit of an aptitude test. You see, as I've been playing World of Tanks, I've been questing for a certain tank. One that I could play offensively and aggressively in the manner in which I want to actually use the damn things. Which means doing things that usually abruptly get me killed and, well, being called a shitter in the chat and online. Because I'm not, well, min-maxing the ever-loving shit out of the game and playing incredibly passively and shooting premium rounds every 5 fucking seconds. You know why I don't do that? I understand how to play that game, but you know why I don't do that? Because to me that feels like a shitty game. But, well, today we're gonna play the shitty game. So, I bought this tank, and some of you might know that this is caught up in a lot of controversy around a man named Sir Foch and YouTube, and Wargaming's attitude towards people on YouTube calling their vehicles, well, completely broken, but this is actually very important. I'm actually gonna use this as a, as I said, a bit of an example, an aptitude test for myself. Whereas, to see if the tank that I have always wanted is in fact impossible, as I expect to drive this tank and then immediately get perforated by premium ammunition, or completely disgustingly overpowered and should never actually exist. I want to find out if my dreams are wrong, so this is why I have bought this Black Death machine with this super awesome Wargaming.net League emblem on the front, to let everyone know that we're super pro and we know how to press 2. So, this will be either the tank that supplies the artillery grindfest. As you can see up here, I'm quite poor, especially after equipping this thing. I don't even have enough money for equipment. But this tank will either supply the money required for me to grind the rest of the artillery lines, or it will be, strictly speaking, the last frontline tank I ever play, because I will know at that point. I will know if I should be excited for any heavy tank at all, because if this can't do it, nothing will. This is a tank without frontal weak spots. The frontal plate angled is over 300 millimeters thick, and the lower hull is somewhere around over 211, which is hardly a weak spot for a Tier 8 tank. And the cupola also is not a weak spot. There are no frontal weak spots on this vehicle. It is all hard armor, and the enemy is essentially forced to either run the fuck away from you or start firing gold ammunition, which is what I'm expecting to happen, and which is why I'm disappointed with the Thunderbolt. But we'll see if this thing can actually shrug off premium ammunition. About the only other downside of the vehicle is the fact that it is like the VK-45 OS-B, and it is rear turreted, so the depression kind of sucks, and the engine is in the front, so anything that goes through the front will knock into the transmission. As you can see, the drive gear is located directly behind the front plate, and the fuel tanks and engines are right here. So, anything that goes through the front of the tank is gonna, well, obliterate our mobility and potentially set us on fire. But we'll take steps to avoid that as much as we can. So, well, let's get on with the show, shall we? One more thing. Since we're in the interest of making money in our premium vehicle, even though we're probably going to be hawking gold rounds out of this fucking thing like nobody's business, look at this. 128 millimeters of penetration with standard ammunition. That's absolutely abysmal for a Tier 8 tank. That's less than the Sherman Revalorized, which is already a pretty difficult tank to use. But the premium ammunition is 260 millimeters of penetration. That's standard ammunition for a Tier 10 vehicle. That's completely fucking bonkers. Nothing at this tier is going to have any chance to stop that. The Tier 9 tanks are going to be kind of, like, ducking in and out of cover to make sure you don't shoot them. The Tier 10 vehicles, they may be chancy. But apparently this thing can shrug off Tier 10 standard ammunition. So, let's go see if this is, in fact, the tank of my dreams, or the darkest nightmare that I could have imagined. Or, rather, in some retrospect, the tank of my dreams is the darkest nightmare I could imagine. I believed in causes too, had my pointless point of view, and life went on no matter who was wrong or right. Okay, shockingly enough, it's a tier 10 game, and oh look, there are more Chrysler GFs on the other team. Amazing. But, well, I know how to play this tank. It's a very simple tank to understand. It's basically just the mouse. You angle the armor, and then the shells can't penetrate you, or they shouldn't penetrate you. But we'll see exactly what the hell's going on here as soon as we actually get into a fight. Another thing we also have to do is hide the lower glacis plate, since it is the weakest part of the armor, even though it is hardly a weak spot. With our turret exposed, basically, almost no one can actually fucking hurt us. Or, as I assume. So, let's play the shitty game, shall we? So, where are we gonna go? This tank, since the depression sucks tremendous dick, I don't think I'm gonna go up on the hill over there. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go this way, since this tank seems to excel on flat, open ground. Or, everything about the vehicle and what Wargaming has said about the vehicle would lead me to believe that. Which is, again, also kind of the tank that I also wanted to drive. And also, in addition to this tank having ridiculous amounts of armor, it's also quite maneuverable. It's a little hard to tell because I'm stuck behind this Type 4 Heavy, but this thing accelerates with most medium tanks. It has 20 power to weight ratio, which is off the fucking chain for, well, a heavy tank. You see, we've got an AMX 49 and a Chrysler GF come in this direction. So let's see what we can manage against this. I'm gonna load premium ammunition as a precaution because I know I'm gonna be shooting at myself. I know how to kill myself. It's pretty easy. Oh, there's two of them. We also have a Defender here, another absolutely broken, overpowered machine. Ain't that about a thing? Okay. Yeah, there's the angle. I was aiming for the engine deck. I could have overmatched it. Ah! There's the heat! Are you surprised? No. But alright then, we'll play the clutch gameplay here, which is about the only thing we can really do. Okay, so it can't hit him. Well, he's firing gold, and I'm also firing gold. So, that's about all I expected. Also, my fuel tank got hit. What a shocking surprise that was. And now I'm on fire. Yeah, this is what I expected out of this thing. It's got really terrifying amounts of armor. However, well, when someone shoots gold at you, you're basically fucking paper. Oh well. That's what I expected, but, well, it's a tier 10 game, so let's see. Really, that's about exactly what the fuck I expected out of this vehicle. So already, gold rounds are seemingly the thing which stops my mystical, nightmarish vehicle from existing, which is basically what they're designed to do anyway. But let's keep playing around with it after this game and see what we can actually manage. I knew that was gonna happen. I bought the vehicle. I was spending the $40 knowing that as soon as I actually step into the field of battle, I know someone is going to press 2 as soon as they fucking see me. And they're gonna shoot right through my armor. These types of vehicles only work against stupid people. But I decided to make this the last example of that I will ever perpetrate. Or actually ever subject myself to before I start playing artillery exclusively. But one round is a little bit too much of a knee-jerky reaction. So let's go see with, well, let's go play more games, and then will finally decide whether or not this is in fact the last lineman. About the only thing this vehicle is good at is making people spend money to kill me. And also, I've lost money, so I'm not going to be able to actually resupply after this mission, I don't think. I only got 2 shots off, and only one of them penetrated. But like I've been saying, I know how to play this game. I'm a little bit lax at it because I don't want to play this game, so I'm gonna have to sit here and learn the asshole intricacies of playing a stat-padding, gold-shooting asshole of a video game. But I know how to play this game. I just didn't want to until this point, but, well... Let's just let this be the one time I did. For the record. It looks like we're gonna win. If the AMX 5100 actually gets on the point. I think if the C-54 manages to take out that light tank, we'll be okay. Or takes out the tank destroyer too. See, autoloaders are balanced, guys. Actually, honestly, this entire game isn't fucking balanced. Have you noticed that? I've noticed that. Honestly, it seems more like people are just interested in breaking the game over and over again rather than actually making it a compelling experience for all types of vehicles. Well, Defender, you've got all the capture points, so what are you gonna do now? Well, there goes that. Ooh, well. Good game, step headers. Heh, failed to resupply. Oh well, it's just the gold ammo. Or rather, actually, it was the fire extinguisher, wasn't it? Alright, I can't even repair the vehicle now. This is how poor I am. Alright, so we're going into battle without a fire extinguisher. Actually, you know what? No, we don't, because I actually have other vehicles that have fire extinguishers. Hang on here. Let me root around in my, my garage. Yeah, tier 10. Alright, yes, right. Let's take it off the Liberty, which is basically the same thing as this vehicle, except it doesn't have a cupola weak spot. See, let me borrow your fire extinguisher. Thank you, monsieur. Actually, I forgot the, yeah, I forgot the, did I forget to accept? No, it's in there. Oh, well, there you go. Okay, then. Now we have absolutely no money, so hopefully we'll actually be able to do something this game. Or, well, I'm gonna just be out of money to play anything. I'll just have to go back and play all the other premium tanks. All of the other ones, all of the disgusting non-meta premium tanks that I enjoy, because they are heroic in the fact that they aren't over-fucking-powered, like this vehicle. But, as we saw, the vehicle can be destroyed by pressing 2. I saw this coming. Okay, a tier 9 game. Slightly more forgiving, and there are a bunch of lows on the enemy team. We can do with a bunch of lows. And it's Paris, so it is basically just big, flat terrain. Something a little bit more forgiving. Okay, so we have 2 of the, well, the Black Knights on our team. And only 1 on the enemy team to deal with. Okay, so let's go about our business here. I think we're gonna go this way and attempt to stand and fight on the bridge, which is what I'd want to do in a vehicle that prides itself on armor. We will see if we can actually get the fuck away with that, though. Even in a tier 9 game. Honestly, what I suspect this vehicle is only really capable of is being a tier 8 standard match, which is only 3 tier 8 vehicles on the team, and the rest tier 7s and 6s. The only thing I expected the vehicle to be good at is pub stomping in those conditions. Sort of like the Thunderbolt, but probably even more disgusting. But then again, the Thunderbolt actually isn't all that disgusting. That's the armor seam. Aha! Thank you, Lo. Okay, so they're gonna go that way. That's the E75, but I think I'm gonna get a shot on the E75 side. Ah! It's gold! Second shell! Every single fucking time. Alright, so I can't do that. Alright, well, let's go around then. Let's see if we can abuse our mobility then. Let's play this as a pseudo-medium tank. Right through the front fucking plate. Angle. Over 300 millimeters. Generally effective armor, depending on the angle. I'm not exactly a mathematician, so I couldn't tell you exactly how thick my armor was. I had aim time, though. They said it's good. They said the aim time's good. They said the accuracy good. So far, I've only hit 1 shot. There we go. Good impulse value. Thank you, Tavarish Wargaming. Thank you for supplying me with these epic wins. Okay, so, now that we got that, let's flank about. Oh. Uh-oh. Panther 88. T-54. T-50. You might wanna turn yourself around there. Okay, so, now we got a bunch of enemies on our side that we can't cross without getting shot repeatedly in the side, and a bunch of dudes over there. So what are we gonna do now? Wait for the enemy to make a terrible mistake! Right! Good! Right! Stop playing the fucking game! Stop thinking so hard! Stop trying to flank! Stop trying to act aggressively! Just sit back and wait for the stupid people to kill themselves! Right! This game! Right! The skill-based game. And he's shooting heat over there. So far, I haven't fired a single round of premium. I can get by with shooting 200 millimeters of penetration. This thing's a little bit sturdier than the Revalorize. That's a Scorpion G, though. How close is he to... Actually, no, he's behind a wall. Okay, so... see if we can poke in here and bother some people. You've been clicked! Ah! You can't pen me. You can't pen me. You're not even gonna get close. You see, heat off the front. You see, this is what I was thinking about. All right, so basically I'm just here to annoy the tanks that can't hurt me. Even though that wasn't gold. And I managed to twitch shot the bat chat. Now we're gonna back up. Because remember, we're not supposed to advance. We're not supposed to act aggressively. We're not supposed to actually try and command the situation. We're just supposed to sit back and click at people that expose themselves. Oh no, my tracks! Ah! Oh no! But it looks like we forced the enemy into a corner. Just by sheer fact of people on my team not playing the game enough. So that the enemy is in fact killing themselves. And putting themselves into a terrible position. This is the most masterful video game ever fucking created. Will we get gold? Ah! It's gold! Ah! You said the secret word! Alright, so now what do we got? I don't think I have anything left on the enemy team that can actually fucking hurt me. Aside from the E75, but he's distracted. Engines hit. But we can manage this. The 1390, the Scorpion. I don't want to move out to the Scorpion. So I'm gonna just sit here. Oh, he's gonna try and flank me. Oh! Ah! Fucking dead. But I'm immobilized now. This might be the end. Except for the Type 4 Heavy. Maybe he can save my no-good stat-padding soul. He will be my redemption. As I sit here repeatedly clicking on tanks and not actually playing the game. It's game over, folks! 3,000 damage! a front full of APCR rounds and absolutely no dignity whatsoever. Remember, kids, selling out is easy to do. You just need enough money. Oh, look! 94,000 fucking credits. Ah, fucking amazing. I didn't resupply, but then again, actually, I didn't have to because I didn't actually expend anything. Look at that. Look at all that nice money. And what did I do? I just sat there and waited for people to pop out so I can kill them. And abuse the fact that my armor is actually pretty redonkulous, unless you actually also waste money to kill me. Isn't this a wonderful game we're playing? Are you happy? Are you entertained? Is this not why you were here? Is this not why you came? Is this not why you wanted to play a game about tanks? To continuously have a war over meta vehicles that cost almost as much as an actually new game? You're enslaved. You're like me. You're here forever. But that doesn't mean we still can't have fun. Well, you see, that's why we gave it a second round. Because, yeah, look at that. The gold rounds still hurt, but if we avoid being shot in general, or at least try to screw one over on the enemy, but still playing incredibly passively so they have to come out and get us, the tank functions pretty fucking well, doesn't it? What a fucking surprise. I didn't even have to shoot gold that round. And also, why did you... Okay, so what's the overall? 19,000. So so actually what we made was about 70,000 credits after the 50% credits. So we're looking at about 40,000, somewhere around there, credits for actual payoff, which is pretty good, all things considering that I don't have a premium account. That's more shekels to wargaming. Not yet, though. But it looks like, hey, look, we have money now. Ah, fucking amazing. We just had to sell our souls to the devil. Welcome to the Black Parade, folks. All right, well, let's see if this thing can actually produce repeatable results, shall we? I said we were going to play the shitty game tonight, so let's see how shitty we can make it. Okay, another tier 8 or tier 9 game. Mostly super pushings on the enemy team and scorpions. Scorpions are terrifying. To basically any tank, because they don't care. They have tier 10 guns. Another incredibly balanced vehicle, brought to you by Wargaming.net. Nothing is balanced in this fucking, this place. It all depends on how much money you have, or how much desire you, how much dignity you don't have to go after the immediately meta vehicles. Oh well, I suppose I'm gonna have my fun with this. I could go play artillery, which is arguably now somewhat balanced in the fact that it can't one-hit people. So think of this as me basking in the game that I don't like to play in order to play the game that I kind of do like to play, which is also morally clean. This is not morally clean. Though I am going to the one place I shouldn't go with this hill, but, well, we'll drive around and see what happens. There's a bunch of light tanks up here. This Oho isn't going to be actually very good at defending this area either. A bunch of... the IS-3s can hold the fucking... the valley. Or the cliffside, whatever you want to call it, you know, the fjord. Centurion 7-1. Okay, Centurion 1. Oh, look, we got the budget model on our flank. Amazing. I may be actually able to push aggressively here, because it doesn't look like there's anybody here to fucking stop me, aside from the Scorpion. Which is now retreating back into cover. No sport. Let's see if we can actually get to cover before he actually gets a shot on us. Let's try and round this hill and try to basically just face rape the Scorpion. Or rather, the Centurion. One of the tank names. You know what I mean. Can we see the Scorpion? Uh-oh. See, that's bad. I didn't want to be spotted right there. But I'm already away. 20 horsepower per ton weight ratio on a heavy tank with shit tons of armor. Literally the only balancing factor of this vehicle is that it has shit penetration, but I can get over that by picking on tanks that are weaker and less armored than me. Like the Centurion. Hello. You're not meta. That means you die! In... Oh! He shot me in the tracks. I'm sorry, I exposed myself. Alright, I'm stunned. Right. I have to actually get rid of that myself. Alright, fine, you got him. The artillery is bullying me. Oh, no! Someone's stopping my fun! I paid $40. I should complain to Wargaming. They said this tank's ready for anything. It's not! It's all a bunch of lies! Okay, so our turret is actually fairly robust, so we can probably face down these scorpions if we can actually get a fucking shot on any of them, but we still gotta have to contend with the artillery eyeballing us. Oh, which he's probably gonna concentrate on me, because I am the stat padding vehicle of the day. Okay. I miss. But it's an M40, M43, so we got about maybe another, 10 seconds before a shell rings out in our direction. Let's watch. Huh. It seems to be very hard to actually keep me spotted. Another secret of this tank? It has very good camo rating? I don't know. But it seems like the enemy, it's actually fairly hard for the enemy to actually keep spotting me. Okay, I'd like to load the shell, please. Ah! There it is. I saw it coming. A spall liner will do on this vehicle, I think. I can't... Ah! Not even close. Also, I pressed the wrong button. Oh well. Yes, I know. What was that? Who said help? Oh, it was the Oho. He's in distress. I know, Oho. We're trying. I'm stat padding as hard as I can right now. I haven't pressed 2 yet because I don't have a reason to. But you know what? I'm trying as hard as I can. Okay then, that takes care of the artillery problem. Hey, impulse! Okay, so the enemy artillery is still around, the other one. I'm probably gonna get shot by it, knowing my luck. Scorpion! Oh, continue backing up, please. Or not. Oh well. Alright, now we get the other Scorpion, which could potentially shoot me and one-hit me, but maybe the 5100 will be nice and absorb a shell for me. Or rather, he'll just shoot at that guy. Click him. Hey, clicked him. You see, that's a good clicker. Ha ha! Ah! Look at me, I paid to kill you. Look at this wonderful level of amusement. Oh, yeah, I knew that was coming. I knew that basically the entire time me standing there was was basically a clock ticking. Nobody could find the M40, so I knew it was gonna immediately kill me whenever the hell it decided to get loaded. Because it has to kill me, right? I'm the devil here. I'm the terrible person. I'm the dude wearing black. Obviously, I'm an asshole, so you have to kill me first. Not like it's gonna save them, but oh well. And they're all dead! Oh, he killed himself. Look at that guy, right? Look at that moral crusader. He kills the overpowered tank and then he kills himself to avoid the shame of defeat. Look at him! Look at that asshole on his fucking golden throne. Isn't he the nicest person in the world? Don't you just wanna clap for him? I dare say I may now find a home in the warp. I may be converting to chaos, but then again, I always liked Slanesh. I always knew if I was actually converted to chaos, I'd probably be a noise marine. You know me, I like to sing. So maybe this Chrysler should be pink instead. Well, we did middle of the board damage, but, well, we assisted in, well, ruining the enemy's day. We made actually a considerable amount of credits. You know what this is telling me? This is telling me that the second option, not that the vehicle that I want is impossible, is the fact that it is in fact broken and everyone's gonna hate me for driving it. So I am the devil. Well, that's a fun realization. Oh well. Well, we got it now, so we might as well just, well, use it for all it's worth. Keep marching, boys. It's gonna be a long time till the funeral.